Hey, it's Camo for Nashville Access Facebook Live. We've got a great one for you today. We're here at the Pie Wagon, a little drizzly out, and everyone knows drizzle is just a word until it happens. We've got a great guest for you today. She's from Kentucky, so we'll speak really slowly and use one-syllable words.
Hey.
Okay?
Hey.
I'm just kidding. Camille Rae, hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to
Thanks
meet
for
you.
coming by today.
Thanks for having me.
You're a relative newcomer kind of to the people are watching me scene.
Yes, I've been here in Nashville for 3 years on the scene, but I've been singing since I was 3. So in my head, I've been doing this for a long, long, long
You've been
time.
around since like Reba.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Me and Reba are like this, you know. At least in my head we are.
She always said kind things about you.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So you're from Kentucky.
Yes.
And you moved to Nashville about 3 years ago. You're here to come here and do the music.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I kind of took a long way around. I have a music ed degree. I taught high school right out of college. And people are like, you know, I was kind of living my backup plan. Not that teaching's not great because it's amazing. It's rewarding and it's wonderful. And I'm very glad I had that experience. But I've always...
You just said that in case any of you teachers
Yeah,
are
because,
watching.
or students, because I love all of you, by the way, so much. But it's you just know what you're meant to do. You know what you're meant to do with your life. And sometimes what you're meant to do is insane. And so, you know, you either embrace that or you live the life that is easy or that is a little bit more simple. And so I chose to take a risk and be a crazy person.
And because you're trying to make a living in music, simple is kind of a lifestyle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. I mean, I am broke as a joke, so, yeah.
That's all right. You're not alone. There's like a community of
Oh, yes, I know.
Yes,
All of my friends are in the same boat, so yes.
So tell me about how you got to be sitting here today. What has brought you to this place?
Oh gosh, well, like I said, I've been doing this since I was a little girl. I started writing music and playing guitar at 12, and I've just kind of I've been a singer-songwriter my whole life. But in some form or fashion, I have been in music. I've trained, I've taught, I've performed, and it's just. And then being in Nashville, when you get here, you can't sit around. You have to show up. And so when I showed up here about 3 years ago, the first week I was here, I just started going to open mics because I'm a writer, which really helps. And I found a great community in the songwriting world. And from there, I started getting gigs. And then I found my manager, Amber Smith, and we've been working together for about 2.5 years now. And she does pretty much everything behind the scene. And so I'm just building a team, and then once you get out there and you prove yourself, you know, people start noticing. So I'm working with Aristo PR, great team. I'm so excited about that, and just a lot of great things happening. So I'm very blessed.
As somebody that's come into Nashville to make a living in the music business, when you get here, is it really intimidating? Do you think, like, what am I doing here? Do I belong here?
Every day. It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter what level you are. It's always a question of, am I good enough to be here? Am I cut out for this mentally, physically, emotionally? So that's a question that daily happens, and you just have to wake up every morning and be like, yes, I'm meant to be here. But yeah, it wasn't as intimidating because I've been performing for so long, and I'm more comfortable on a stage than I am anywhere else. And so yeah, going out there and singing was kind of like a second home.
Well, one thing with all the social media, and a lot of new artists are always talking about having to contend with the haters. Do you ever have to deal with that, like when you're playing live, or somebody that just doesn't get what you're doing and is vocal about it?
In Nashville, people are expecting to come and have music everywhere. And so in Nashville, you may, if somebody doesn't like what you're doing, they'll leave.
Yeah.
But there are some venues that I've experienced. I'm really loud when I sing, and so they're like, could you just turn down? Could you quit screaming at me? And so I get that sometimes. But as far as being everywhere I go, everyone knows what I'm doing. I'm not invading anyone. But yeah, it can be very intimidating, and it really just depends on who you surround yourself with, and just knowing your worth and knowing that you're meant to be here. I mean, you get validated through things, and if you're not validated and you find out you're not meant for it, then
when you're playing, do you ever come across those people that are kind of sitting out in the audience like this, and they're really not expecting you to be who you are, and by the end of the night you've won them over, and they're like, yeah, this is really good.
Yeah, that's a really cool feeling. Yeah, I've seen, well, you go in and you have a guitar and you're like, oh gosh, another songwriter. And you'll have a table, and it's a lot of times it's younger. Oh, not always, but a lot of times. And it's really cool to see their faces change as you sing and as you share your music and your talent. So yeah, I've definitely experienced that, but it's just a cool thing. It's like, haha, I gotcha, you know.
Kenny Rogers used to say on tour that you could always tell the husbands that were dragged by their wives to a Kenny Rogers concert. They'd always be sitting like that. And he said he made that his job. By the end of the night, have them relaxed and enjoying the show. And sitting there
Exactly.
like
Yeah, I had a show in New York, and there was a husband and wife, and the wife, well, both of them come up to me after I performed, and she said, you know, he doesn't even really like country music, but he's buying your album. And so that was cool. And just kind of, because I appreciate and love all genres, so I'm happy to see people crossing over and taking an interest in country music.
That's something, and I hate to use the phrase younger demographic, but I think Garth Brooks was the first one that actually came out and said he liked stuff other than country music. You know, he liked Kiss and Boston and that kind of stuff. But now, yeah, so many artists are drawing from influences from so many places and talking about it too, and getting it. You know?
Yeah. Well, in college, I trained classically, and so for 4 years, most of what I sang was opera, classical arias, Broadway, and I actually took a stint there for 2 or 3 years before I moved to Nashville, and I was doing musical theater. And so, I don't know, it's just not, I don't like to break things up into genres. Yes, there are genres, and yes, there are taste of music and what everyone likes, but music is music. Music is universal. Music is beautiful, and it's this magical thing that can take, I don't know, say you have a problem with someone and you need to talk to them. Well, I'm horrible at talking to someone about a conflict, but I can write a 3.5-minute song, and they're like, I get it, I'm sorry, I did something wrong. I'm just kidding. But music is just one of those awesome things. It doesn't matter what language you're singing in, and you don't even have to have words. Yeah. It's just something that brings us all together. So genres are important, but...
Well, genres are important from the people that are the business
exactly.
people. Genres aren't so important for people with the guitars.
Oh no. But I love collaborating. I love singing all kind. In my set, if you come to a 4-hour set, which is very typical.
Wow, you're Springsteen.
But I'll sing pretty much, except for opera. I don't bring out opera because it may scare people, but just about every other thing I kind of throw in there and keep it, you know, nice. And those people that aren't so much into country music, I'll sing a pop song and then I'll sing a country song, and they're like, oh, cool, you know. Yeah. I didn't really realize that song could appeal to me. So it's a cool thing.
It's funny how you say that about music being universal. We're on 56 radio stations in 15 countries. Like we're in Greece and Norway and Mexico and places like that, where they may not understand exactly what the words are, but when they look at the song as a whole, they get it. And so that's a good point. Yeah.
Well, it's just feelings that music brings out. And speaking of universal, I mean, my single and my album, looking at the sales and the statistics.
That's a plug.
But all over the world, how many people, you know, are downloading this stuff, and it's like that. I mean, that's the cool thing about social media and the internet, that it gets out there. So
worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide all the time. Yeah.
All right, since you dropped in
Sorry.
conspicuously about the new single, what's it called?
It's called "But I Want You."
Okay.
And it is a great, great, great song. It's just talking about the subject of wanting someone that you really shouldn't. And as complicated and as frustrating as that particular topic is, it just makes it fun, and it's really upbeat. It's easy to sing and sing along to. and it's written by some great writers here in Nashville.
Plug it.
Okay, of course, Jada Dreyer. We got Jay Knowles and Frank Willem. And so yeah, they're awesome.
Cool.
They're awesome.
You gonna do it for us?
Yes.
Sweet.
All right. It is early for me.
This is Camille Rae
So
and
let's see
her
how this
brand
goes.
new song, But I'm
All right. It kills me that it kills me. I hate that I can't hate you. I wish that I could wish God had made you like He made you. I can't stand the way you stand between me and moving on. And I long to belong somewhere where you're long gone. I don't want to, but I want you. I don't want to, but I want you. I know not to, but I got to. I don't want to, but I want you. I'm saying what I'm saying, but you're hearing what you're hearing. This feeling that I feel, the first fear that I've been fearing. You're thinking what I'm thinking, so I'm hoping you don't ask. And I know just like the last time, this time won't be the last. I don't want to, but I want you. I don't want to, but I want you. I know not to, but I got to. I don't want to, but I want you. I don't need to, but I need you. I don't leave you when I leave you. I know not to, but I got to. I don't want to, but I want you. But I want you. I don't, but I do, but 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 I do, but I do. I don't want to, but I want you. I don't want to, but I want you. I know not to, but I got to. I don't want to, but I want you. I don't need to, but I need you. I don't leave you when I leave you. I know not to, but I got to. I don't want to, but I want you. But I want you. Yeah, but I want you. Yeah, but I want you.
very nice.
Thank you.
You have got some pipes.
Oh, I'm trying.
So that is from your new album.
Well, actually, that's in the works. This
Oh,
is
the
just
album.
the single is just the main project right now, and hopefully in 2017 we will get a new EP.
Sweet.
Get it going. Actually, I'm not going to sing it because I don't know it well enough, but I wrote a new song last night, and so hopefully that will make the cut for the EP. But yeah, just kind of looking for songs. So if you got any good songs out there,
Touring. Where are you in the next little while that people can come and see you?
okay, let's see. Going to, well, Alabama's I'm going to Alabama this weekend. It's more, no, not this weekend. Where am I going this weekend? I'm going to Kentucky tonight, to Louisville and Elizabethtown. And next weekend is Alabama, and then Wisconsin. And I don't know.
That's a hike.
Iowa, Wisconsin.
Wow.
Oh yeah, the showcase.
Wisconsin, Iowa, Arkansas, and Alabama.
Iowa, Arkansas, Alabama, yeah. And then, but next week on the 26th, I just got a little reminder in the background that I have a showcase on the 26th, 5:30 p.m. at the Country on West End. And so that'll be really exciting. I'll get to perform the single full band,
Cool.
along with a lot of other songs and originals, the cool covers. We're having some cool stuff in there.
Right.
And then Mr. Nick Hickman, which is one of my really good friends and artists, is going to join me on the stage, or he'll be singing too at
Cool.
his set. So
And that's at where is it again? The Country?
The Country, yeah.
And you can find that here in Nashville. You'll have all the stuff on your social
Oh
media.
yeah, everything is all advertised.
So come on out and see that show. And don't complain because she's loud.
Oh, I'm very loud, so be prepared, be prepared.
That's great. I'm really impressed, and thank you for coming
Thanks
by.
for having me.
You got another song you can do for us? That
Sure.
was the
was
opera
the
thing.
opera.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see. I'm going to do a slow one. It's kind of rainy out today.
Okay.
This one's called I Need Me, and it is my current album's title track.
All right.
And it's just about, this was the point, I remember sitting and writing this and thinking I'm never going to sing this for anybody because it's so personal. But it's the point where I realized that I had to make changes and that I had to make sacrifices and give a lot of things up and maybe hurt some people in order to pursue what I've always wanted to do, which is be in Nashville and pursue this career full-time and full force. So this is just kind of that turning point in realizing that I had to do what I meant to do, and that means following your heart. And sometimes that's the hardest thing that you can do is follow what this says and not this. So anyway.
Camille Rae.
No matter how I feel, how you feel is better. No matter what I say, what you say is smart, and I don't know the words I need to say. No matter where I go, you're always the one stride faster. No matter where I turn, you're always the one turn further, and I don't know the road I need to take. Is it because you're always in my way, and I need to breathe fresh air sometimes, and I need to feel like this life is mine. I don't need your decisions, I don't need your expertise. I need I need no matter what I think, what you think is deeper. No matter what I see, what you see is clear, and I can't tell the night from the day. Is it because you're always in my way? Well, my heart tells me to walk away, but my mind is begging for me to stay, and I need to breathe fresh air sometimes, and I need to feel like this life is mine. I don't need your decisions, I don't need your expertise. I need I need me. I need no matter how I feel, how you feel is better.
Very nice. Pretty song.
Thank you.
Pretty song.
Thank you. The acoustics in here is really good.
I know. This used to be Farron Young's recording studio. That's why.
Nice.
That's why we come here. I have free parking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now that's rare in Nashville.
Yeah. If people have never been here, free parking's a rarity. Parking that under like $20. is
Oh
a
yeah.
rarity.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming out
Thanks
today.
for having me.
People can go to your website. What's
Yes.
that?
Camille Rae, it's RAE.com. And then my social media is Camille Rae Music, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
And they can buy your stuff on iTunes?
Yes.
And please buy artist music because they get paid for it instead of 0.11 or 0.00001 cent.
Exactly.
So support artists like this. Thank you very much for coming by today.
Thank you.
We'll try to come out to your showcase.
That would be
and y'all
great.
can come out to the
Yes,
showcase.
the 26th at 5:30 at the country.
Sweet.
Gotta pack it out.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I was just kidding about Kentucky.
Okay. Okay. I believe you now.
Thanks for joining us. See you next time.